The UK state pension is a Ponzi scheme, and if it weren't for the fact that it's run by the UK government, it would be declared illegal and closed down. Ponzi schemes are illegal investment schemes, so named after Carlos Ponzi, who was an Italian immigrant operating in America and Canada around the 1940s. Here's how a Ponzi scheme works. Let's say I went out to a group of investors and I said, "Here, I'll give you a 50% return on your money after 1 week." In the second week, I then went out, recruited another set of investors, and I used their money to pay the 50% promised return to the first week's investors. On the third week, I recruited yet more investors, and I used their money to pay the second week's investors. Now, these schemes work swimmingly well so long as I recruit more investors and none of the investors want their original stake back, because I've spent it. The UK state pension runs on a fairly similar scheme. So long as there are at least 3 people working for every one retired, it works well. In 2017, we currently have 4 people working for every one retired. However, in 2050, it is calculated there will only be 2.9 people working for every person retired, and 10 years later, only 2. And that's when the whole Ponzi scheme will come down. Now, this should be particularly concerning for our millennials, because that is about the time that the first of them will start to retire, and there's nothing left. Now, there are 3 ways to fix this problem. The first thing is you raise taxes to make sure it's properly funded, but that won't happen because, well, we British people don't vote for parties who promise to increase our taxes. The next thing you could do is you restrict the old age pension to those who need it the most, the poorest, means tested effectively. But that won't happen again because it's politically unpalatable. You can imagine the outcry. What? I've paid this all my life and I'm not getting any of it? So the government's preferred option is to continue to raise the retirement age so more of us die before we're entitled to claim it. The problem with all these options is that it requires the management of a political system that generally looks no further ahead than the next election. The wisest thing all of us could do, therefore, but particularly the millennials, is to plan as if retirement is your responsibility and your responsibility alone, because that's probably going to be the case. Don't be stupid, don't be normal, don't forget to click like and share.